Apple has finally unveiled iOS 16, and I'm actually really excited about this version of iOS. This is like the biggest update Apple has made to iOS in a while. And there's not really anything even game-changing about the update, but it's a pretty interesting update. It's all centered around the lock screen. It's almost as if Apple doesn't want us to open up the phone. I mean, there's so many customization options with iOS 16 in the lock screen now. There's more options to customize the lock screen in iOS 16 than the actual home screen. You can change the look, the style, the colors of the lock screen. You even have the ability to add widgets to the lock screen now, and you can even add focus modes to each lock screen. That's right, you can create different lock screens, multiple lock screens, and you can switch between them. So for example, you could create a lock screen for your work and have a focus mode specifically for work and have widgets that you use for work, and it's a lock screen that you can switch to when you get to work. That actually makes a lot of sense. Apple has finally given us like a unique feature with iOS that actually makes a lot of sense. I just really like what Apple did with the lock screen. I wish they would have added some other features that have been missing for a long time. Always on display. Even the look of the wallpaper. If you add a wallpaper and there's somebody in that image, Apple is able to put the time in between the person and the background. You can just customize a lot and make these lock screens your own, which is not something I'm used to saying with iOS. Usually Apple has everything locked down and there isn't much customization, but Apple is giving us that with the lock screen, at least with this update. Some other features coming to iOS 16 that I think should have been in iOS a long time ago has to do with iMessage. You now have the ability to edit and delete sent messages. You have 15 minutes to edit that message or delete that message if you accidentally sent it, which is a really great feature. Nothing game changing. There's other messaging apps that have had this feature before, but Apple is just continuing to make iMessage better and better, and we're seeing that with this new update. You can even mark certain messages as unread, which once again, I don't know why Apple didn't do this before, but we're finally getting it with iMessage, so that's great. There's a new dictation experience which keeps the keyboard open when speaking. Seriously, that was one of the features that Apple talked about at the keynote. The keyboard is open while you're speaking, which is great because it's nice to have the keyboard ready to go if you need to make a change because it just didn't pick up what you wanted to say in that message or whatever you're sending out. But once again, it's a nice feature to have. It's nothing special in my opinion. Live text is also now coming to video in iOS 16, so you're going to be able to actually select text in a video you recorded, and then you'll have certain actions that you can do when you select that live text, which is great. Apple is improving certain software features and just making them better, which is great. Apple's been doing that for a lot of years now, and we're seeing more of that with iOS 16. And of course, there was new features with Apple Pay and the Wallet app. One thing that kind of stood out is Apple is adding Apple Pay Later, which is going to allow users to pay for a purchase in 4 installments with 0 interest and no fee. So you can pay it 4 installments over a period of 6 weeks, which is interesting. We'll have to test that out when it's available. Apple Maps had a few updates as well. Now you can add multiple stops to your route, which is something that Google Maps has had for a while now, but Apple Maps is kind of playing catch up, and we're seeing Apple add more and more features. Family sharing is now way easier with iOS 16, including parental controls. Now you're able to set up a new device for your child, and it's way quicker, way simpler to use, which as a father, I really appreciate that. Apple has kind of always been ahead of the game actually when it comes to parental controls, so they're continuing to add to that, and Apple is just continuing to add more options to just make that whole experience easier for families, which I really like. And that's really where we're at with iOS 16. That's what really stood out to me with the announcement today at WWDC. iOS 16 looks to be a really solid update. There's a lot of cool customization options coming to iOS, which I always welcome, but it's nice that Apple is just continuing to add more and more features, polish this operating system. There's only so much they can do with iOS. I mean, yeah, there's still some features that Android has that's not available on iOS, but it just seems like Apple's kind of walking this thin line of adding so many features that it makes iOS confusing for some users, and adding just enough features to make tech enthusiasts excited about the iPhone. It's a real thin line, and they can't go over too much to one side or else they're gonna lose some consumers. So they release some features to kind of get everyone used to it, and then they'll release a little bit more, but it's a solid update and I'm looking forward to it. The developer preview for iOS 16 is available now. I don't have it because I'm not gonna pay $100 a year for the developer program. But if this video gets, I don't know, 10,000 likes, I'll get it and I'll download it and I'll do a full video of all the features of iOS 16. 10,000 likes? I mean, I'll settle for 10,000 views. I'll settle for 1,000 views. Okay, 1,000 likes and I will get the developer preview and I'll do a full video of all the features of iOS 16. Even though there's probably a bunch of videos already on YouTube that are showing off iOS 16, I'll do that for you if I get 1,000. No. 1,000. 1,000. Man, if I get 1,000 views, that'd be enough. Okay, 1,000 likes. I'll buy it. I'll do the video. It'll be out. If not, I'll just wait a month and I'll get the public beta in July. But what do you guys think of iOS 16? Are you excited about the update? Let me know what your favorite feature of iOS 16 is or what it's gonna be with a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember, 1,000 likes and I'll do that video on iOS 16 soon. If not, you'll probably just wait a month and you'll see it anyways. But just give it a thumbs up anyways. It's free. Just do it. Do it.
Do it now. Do it now. Do it.
Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.